Well, good morning, everybody. Renee here. I'm at the harbor today to tell you a new shipwreck story I just discovered. I'd never heard this before. This happened in the life of the legendary evangelist from the 1800s, Dwight L. Moody. And if you don't know who Dwight L. Moody is, very famous preacher from Chicago back in the late 1800s. He founded Moody Bible Institute, where my wife attended college. Well, he was on an ocean liner called the Spree that was sailing from New York to London. And in the midst of the voyage over the Atlantic Ocean, the drive shaft of the Spree broke, punching a hole in the hull. Not only did the boat have no propulsion anymore because it didn't have a drive shaft, but it began to slowly, incrementally sink. There was nothing that could be done in those days before radio communication. They had no hope but to wish and pray that some boat would happen to come by. And Dwight Moody himself says that he had a very difficult time. Basically, he says they were just awaiting their slow and certain death on this slowly sinking ship. And then he writes this in his diary about what he did next and how he found peace in the midst of that sinking ship. He says, "I could not endure it. I thought I must have relief." And then relief came in prayer. God heard my cry and enabled me to say from the depth of my soul, "Thy will be done." Sweet peace came to my heart. Be it New York or London or heaven, I thought it made no difference to me now. I went to bed, fell asleep almost immediately, and I never slept more soundly in all my life than on that sinking ship. Out of the depths I had cried unto my Lord, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. You know, I hear that story and I think of the power of the next phrase in the Lord's Prayer that we're going to look at this weekend. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. These days it can feel like perhaps you are on a slowly sinking ship. It can feel so hopeless with the virus crisis. But a logical fallacy we sometimes fall prey to is thinking, in order to not despair, I must first solve my problem. But in fact, like Dwight Moody, even while the ship is still sinking, you can have peace when you pray, "Lord, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven," deliver me from this, but if that's not your will, that's okay with me too. And you can sleep soundly even when it feels like the ship is going down, when it feels like the waters of the ocean are level with the deck. By the way, the Spree was rescued. Dwight Moody and all the other passengers made it safely off when at the very last minute, when they were walking around ankle deep in ocean on the deck of their ship, another ship came by. Only one life was lost. One passenger, just a day before the rescue, jumped overboard in panic. Don't panic. Don't jump overboard. You're in this for the long run. So am I. Don't despair. Put your hope in God and pray, your will be done. You'll be able to sleep, even if it feels like the ship is sinking. God bless you guys. Have a peaceful day.